everyone, Scott Benton here. How are you? I am at the Lane Victory, and I am in San Pedro, or San Pedro. I don't know how to say that name, but it doesn't really matter because I've spent all day here on this ship, which is going to be my next tour once I actually learn this ship and figure out what it's all about. This is a merchant marine ship. It was launched in 1945. It was part of World War II, which as a resupply ship. As I'm learning, the merchant marines are civilians, and they are not part of the military, although during wartime the military will bring them into their operations in order to help their battleships and their warships resupply. And a vehicle, or a vessel rather, like the Lane Victory would have served that purpose. I'm gonna take you on a short tour of the Lane Victory so you can kind of see what this ship is all about. And we're going to, if I can flip this around, it's trying to follow me. I still don't know how to use this particular camera. There we go. I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a tour of the Lane Victory, if I can flip this lens around here and just sort of show you everything that I've seen here today. Now I'm gonna have to probably come back here a couple of times to really learn what's on board here and to try and explain this particular ship to you. This merchant marine vessel is pretty close to where the USS Iowa is, which is a battleship that I did a tour on already. This is going to be the next ship that I do a tour on. And hopefully I'll be able to do it some justice. I don't really know, but I'm gonna do my best. Typically what I do is I'll visit a ship over and over and over again until I can understand it and explain it to you in a way that's compelling and that I'm not gonna bore you to death with. But I've met a lot of really nice people here today, and they're up on the boat there. They've taken me to all kinds of places that I normally wouldn't have been able to go to. I went on an engine room tour, and I saw some cargo hold areas that were really, really cool. And so I'm just really gonna take you I'm gonna take you just quickly, I don't know, I'm gonna spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes just kind of taking you on a preliminary tour. And I'm gonna do a much better job once I've been able to watch some videos and read a little bit about this ship and kind of do my research and understand what it is I've gotten myself into here. So I'm just gonna flip the camera around. If I can flip the camera around, it's now just, oh, there we go. It wanted to follow me. But I'm gonna you can hear a lot of hammering going on at the moment. They are restoring this ship. They're raising money for it. They're restoring this ship as to its original condition. That's at least gonna be their goal. Here we go. We are in the main deck right now. I'm taking you inside here. I'm just going to kind of show you around. Now a lot of this is actually functional. This is a kitchen. You can see that this is actually used. Again, this is a 1945 ship, but everything you can see, like the coffee's being made and people are cooking and using these facilities. And so in a way, this is very operational. I don't believe the USS Iowa was a little bit operational. This is we actually ate sandwiches in here. I hung out with the all volunteer group that's here. The hammering that you're going to hear is from people that they volunteer and come here on the weekends. Okay, so these are the quarters. These are the bedrooms here. You can see, and there's different styles. Those mattresses are all original. Everything that you see here is original to 1945 when it was built. And these are the kind of cabins that the merchant marines, this is a shower. I don't know if you can see that. These are restrooms and showers. Again, you're going to hear a lot of banging. Here's a room that would have occupied 4 people in the merchant marine. Those are their lockers right there, and that's actually some vintage clothing. Here's another one. This is a 3-person room, a bunk bed on one side and a single bed on the other. Now there's a captain's quarters that's up ahead. Here's another room. This is a 3-person room. And we're going to look at the captain's quarters, or is that the captain's quarters? I think these are, well, this is a room No, I think there's another one that's the captain's quarters. Or maybe that is the captain's quarters. So you can see there's all kinds of rooms, and they've really put these things together in terms of what they would probably look like. There's all kinds of rooms down this hallway as well. Now we can climb up these steps here to the upper decks. Let's see what's on this particular deck. It may be more rooms or just other offices, perhaps. I don't really know. That room says night engineer, but that could be a bedroom. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know this boat yet. But I am going to take you up to the bridge. What is this? Another kitchen? This is a little, kind of a kitchen sort of area. You're just going to continue. Here's another eating space, but you know, this is all, look at this, is all original. Those wood chairs, those tables, everything, this is all original to the 1940s. These are probably people that, no, these are people that served on the different boats. So that's just like SS Jean Nicolette, SS John L. Motley, and so on. SS, by the way, it stands for steamship. And this is the SS Lane Victory. I'm going to go up another level. I think this gets us into the bridge, or one level below the bridge. And it sounds like the banging's getting even louder. Oh, here's the captain's quarters here. I think this is the captain's quarters. We have a desk here. So loud. Okay, and then of course, yeah, this is probably the captain's quarters. This is room number 1. And I can't get up to the bridge this way, so I'm going to try and get there this way. Let's see if we can get up to the bridge. Oh yes, okay, we can get up to the bridge this way. Now there's a deck above the bridge as well. This ship really feels like, okay, I don't know if I can get inside. Let's see, they might have this. No, I got to go around. This ship, here, let's look at the front of the ship here. There's the front of the ship. Now those are cargo holds right there, so those open up. And then all these big sort of long tubular things are the cranes, and there's cranes everywhere on this boat, all over the place. So they would have these holds that would have munitions and tanks and food and just all kinds of stuff that would be put on board, and it would be taken across overseas and you know, brought to the other military ships. That's the guy hammering right there. He's working on getting rid of all the rust. There's a lot of rust on the ground here. Here is the bridge, right here. This is what it looks like. Now you can tell that here's the helm. There's the wheel right there. And if you're at the helm, that's what you're looking at. It's not the easiest view to look at, but you have all your instruments. There's your compass right there with a magnifier, and there's another compass. And this is how you're going to pilot the boat. This is a chart room right here, which is pretty cool, with charts, and here's all kinds of books. There's a book about the Persian Gulf, and a book about the coast of China and the West Indies, and lots of hammering. Okay, so this is a quick look at the Lane Victory. There are several, I can't remember, they said how many, like 300 Victory class ships or something like that. Okay, can I go down here? I think so. So I'm going to go down this very steep staircase here. I'm going to turn around though to do it. And I'm going to see if I can take you to the front of the boat, which I may or may not be able to do. I'm gonna. Now this ship does have guns on board, as you're gonna see. There's lots of that's a that thing right there is that's a lifeboat, an inflatable lifeboat right there. Now these ships, can't get back down. Okay, let me flip this around. So these ships have anti-aircraft guns on them. They don't have nearly the amount of guns that a battleship has on board that you saw like on the Iowa. The Iowa was like, had so many guns on it that I lost track. But this one has guns on the stern and the bow and sort of on the sides of the ship. I'm going to take you to the bow now. And look at how narrow this corridor is. Look at that, isn't that cool? Everything, again, this is all original. You feel like you've gone back in time when you're on board here. This feels like being in the 1940s just because everything is original. Everything is from the 1940s. Okay, there we go. There's guys working there. I don't know if I can get around back. Yeah, let me try to get around the back here. I'll be very, very careful. Now, as they said on the battleship, there's a million ways that you can hurt yourself on a warship. So you can see like how all the rust that they're working on right now. There's a million ways to hurt yourself on any of these ships as well. So I want to be very careful. That's another cargo hold. I thought it was a boxing ring, but what do I know? Nothing when it comes to merchant marine ships, but that covers a cargo hold. Now there's a museum here. They have two museums that you can go and visit. They were both pretty cool. I'm going to have to come back and read everything before I do a proper walk and talk with you, so I can really understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's one anti-aircraft gun here. Some of these swivel, some of them don't. This one does not. We have a bigger... Okay, so this is where like all the anchors are up front here. That's a windlass right there. One of the anchors is down, one of the anchors is up. I'll see if I can show you the anchor that's down if I don't drop my camera into the ocean. Let's see if I can. Yep, there's the anchor that's down right there. And then I'll show you the other anchor that's up, which is this one. No, that's not it. Where's the anchor chain? Oh, I guess it's on the outside. Let's see if I can just do it this way. Stick the thing out. Oh, I'm just right above the anchor. There we go. There it is. There's the anchor. Just hanging off the side of the boat there. So I am at the front of the ship here. That's the nose right there. And I'm walking by the windlass. There are lots and lots of lines around here. Look at all this rope, all these lines. That's just kind of sitting here on the front of the boat. Those are crow's nests up there. Those are flags. Now, usually those flags send messages. They spell out certain words. I asked what these flags spelled out today, and I was told that it doesn't spell out anything. It's just kind of random letters or the alphabet. Those are actually crow's nests up there. They're very rickety. If you look, the ladders, you need a harness to climb up those. But the view is supposed to be incredible. And so that's, okay, so that's, oh, there's a bigger gun. There's like a, I think that's like a, that's not a 5-inch gun. Let's see if I can show you that. Now that's not a 5-inch gun on the nose of the boat there, but that's like a 20 millimeter, 50 caliber anti-aircraft gun right there. So you can see that they are armed on board here, but I'm a little confused about who would operate these guns. If this is a civilian, if these merchant marines are civilians, are they trained on the guns, or are they actually, you know, are they military people? Okay, look at how steep this is. I gotta be careful, because remember, there's a million ways you can hurt yourself on a boat. So I'm not clear who would fire those guns. Did they have actual military personnel on board, or were the merchant marines trained to fire the guns? You can see there's the bridge right there, which we just visited, and on either side of that top deck are guns. I should have gone up there because those actually do swivel, and they have the triggers intact, which you can use to kind of pull, and you see how that operates the machine guns. I guess those are machine guns. And then you can also kind of see on that one, I can't zoom in, but you can see the ammunition barrels that are installed on that. So when those run out, you got to have another guy install a new ammunition barrel. so that you can keep firing. Again, we're going down a very narrow corridor. It's not that narrow, but you know, it's pretty tiny. And this is a spare gangplank right there, or gang rail or gangway or whatever it's called. I'm going to take you to the back of the boat, and I'll do a better tour next time. I'll give you a better tour. There's some more flags. Again, those don't necessarily spell out anything, but they said that during Fleet Week, they'll spell out bon voyage or welcome or some kind of something that if you're a sailor and you know semaphore. Is that semaphore? Or is that with your arms? I can't remember. That you can read that and know what it says. But I don't have that skill, so I'm not sure what I'm looking at. But it is one of those languages you can learn. There's another anti-aircraft gun. That one might swivel. You can see the trigger on the handle there. You kind of lean in. Okay, so this is, and we can actually kind of go into this room, but this is, I guess these are crew rooms or something. I'm not sure who, or the marine rooms. That's right, these are the marine rooms. So these are probably the guys that are able to operate the firearms. And I'm now at the back of the boat. This is not as, well, it's a little smaller than the Iowa. It's actually not that much smaller than the Iowa. But I am at the back of the boat here. There's the flag at the back of the boat. There's usually some birds on that line there. There have been all day. There's some other guns that you can kind of see. Now, those did not belong to this boat. Those were donated. There's signs on those guns that talk about who donated them and where they came from. But they could be Victory class guns that came from other ships, or guns that were around in the 1940s that were very similar to the guns that were on board this ship. This so far has been a pretty fun day. I've had a really good time here. I've enjoyed coming out here. Now, here's the problem with the Victory Lane. I didn't know this ship was here. And the only reason I knew this ship was here is because I went to go visit another ship. Okay, so here, let's see, is this going to pivot? No, this one's stuck too, but look at this. So that, can you see that? That's how you shoot this thing. So it's like a bicycle brake. If you can see that, I'm gonna grab that, and you go like that. And these things, look, there we go. So if I grab that, that's what fires the guns. And then this is what one of the ammunition containers looks like, or ammunition barrels. I don't know what to call that, but there's usually two of them there. You can see there's just one right now. And that's how you aim. I'm looking almost directly into the sun, but that's how you aim at your target, through that. So you're leaning into the gun, you're aiming through that thing, and you're firing with that thing. So that would be the Marines, I think, that if they were under attack, and these boats were frequently under attack, or they could be, I don't know about frequently, but a lot of them were sunk by German U-boats and by air attack. A lot of these ships went down, and there is in one of the museums, in the Forward Museum, there is a list of all of the merchant marines who perished in the ships that fell under attack and ultimately were sunk. And so there are a lot. I don't know the numbers yet. I'm going to get all of this in my head. This is the first day that I'm really learning about a merchant marine ship, and understanding how important these vehicles, these vessels, were to the war efforts. But there's just, to me, this is kind of like all new vocabulary, all new ideas, and I'm still trying to really kind of grasp everything. I'm going to turn around and go down this staircase. I'm trying to grasp everything that a ship like this has to teach us. Now, as I was saying, I did not know that this ship was here. I went to go visit another ship in San Pedro when it was here. It was an Italian masted Navy ship called the Amerigo Vespucci. Now, if you don't recognize that name, you should. Amerigo Vespucci is who the United States of America was named after. He was an Italian explorer. And so the story goes, Columbus discovered America and then named it after Amerigo Vespucci, if I have that story correctly. But there was a ship called the Amerigo Vespucci that was docked here for a few days that I came down to visit. I did not get on board. But when I was down looking at that ship, all of a sudden I saw this ship, the Lane Victory, and I didn't know what it was. So they had a sign out front, and I took a picture of the sign, And I looked it up online, and sure enough, it was another vessel that I could come visit. And so I did. And so far I'm impressed. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get a better, like I said, a better understanding of where I am and what this ship is all about. They're trying to raise right now. They need to dry dock this ship. It's going to cost them, I believe it's going to cost them $11 million. I think that's the figure, in order to dry dock it, in order to do all the work that they need to do on the boilers and probably underneath the ship to clean it and to really repair the ship. They've been ordered to dry dock the boat, and so they are putting fundraising campaigns together in order to raise the money in order to do that. Now, also, I was told that this is the ship that was used for the Titanic, the Jim Cameron film. The sort of hero shot of the Titanic, when we first see it, it was this ship. It wasn't another ship. It wasn't full CGI. It was this ship that they then used digital domain to put the skin of the Titanic over this ship, but this was the ship that they photographed. So if you want to visit the ship that was really the ship behind the ship, so to speak, in the Titanic, then the Lane Victory, the ship that I'm on right now, is where you want to come and visit, because technically in the movie ship, this is the Titanic, believe it or not. This is what they use. This particular vessel appears in movies and TV shows. CSI, I understand, is or one of the CSI programs this is featured in as well. So there is production that takes place on board this particular ship, and it's a little hard to find. Like I said, I didn't know this was here until I went to go look at the Amerigo Vespucci, and I was walking back to my car and happened to see this ship, and I kept it in my mind, and I figured after I did the USS Iowa, I'd come back and take a look at this ship, which I'm doing today. But other than that, I wouldn't have known it was here. I did notice when I drove here today that I saw a couple of signs for the Lane Victory, which I just hadn't even seen before, like freeway signs type of thing. But if you don't know that it's here, chances are you're probably going to miss it. It's a little bit hidden. It's a little bit off the beaten path. But if you're watching this video and you know about this ship, it's in San Pedro. You should look it up and come and spend an afternoon here. Now, they're not usually open on Sundays. You can email them, and if there are people here, there's a pretty good chance they'll let you on board. But you want to come here on a Saturday. Saturday, this ship is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm going to put their website on screen here, so you'll be able to go. You can do it with a simple Google search. Just do the Lane Victory Museum, or the SS Lane Victory. SS again stands for steamship. So now you know that little piece of trivia. Behind me and back where you see that water tower, that is warehouse number 1. And I've featured warehouse number 1 on videos before. Let's see if I can, this is trying to follow me, but that is actually, it looks like an old, worn out, burned down almost warehouse that couldn't possibly be functional, but it actually is functional. And inside warehouse number 1 is a movie set. It's just a perpetual movie set of a New York subway station. So any time that you see in a movie or TV show a New York subway station, chances are you're looking here at warehouse number 1 in the interior of what's behind me, right there. It used to be a warehouse, but then it got converted, and that's what the entertainment industry uses that for. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know what else to show you on board yet. Again, I don't have the whole story down. I'm still learning as I'm going. I got a lot out of what I learned today, and just meeting everybody here was great. The people here are extremely friendly. You're going to meet a lot of people that care about this ship, and you're going to meet a lot of people that are donating their time towards preserving this 1945 vessel, and people that care a lot about what's going on here. So they are, again, trying to raise money to dry dock this ship so they can work on it. San Pedro has told them that they need to dry dock this boat, so that's what they're working towards. That's going to cost $11 million. So if you have $11 million, please write them a check so that they can dry dock this ship and get it even further restored. You can see that there's a lot of work that needs to be done on it, but there's the merchant marine community. There are very, very, very few of these Victory class ships left. This one was mothballed, and it was pulled out of mothball status out of Northern California. So if you're driving from, let's say, San Francisco to Napa, you on the way, so this was not in San Francisco like the USS Iowa, but if you were, I'm going to take you down to this museum real quick. I'll give you just like a quick look at one of these museums here. If you were driving from San Francisco to Napa Valley, whoop, what are we doing here? There we go. If you were driving from San Francisco to Napa Valley, oh, we have people down here. Okay, let me get out of their way. They're carrying giant boxes that is probably crushing them. Okay, there you go. Oh, here's a part of their museum. This is a museum artifacts of different shipwrecks here, like Lusitania. There's stuff from Lusitania and stuff from other ships that had gone down, and they all have these pretty compelling stories. This is really interesting. I'm going to show you this real quick. Now, I'm going to do a better job of this when I actually learn the ship. But there's a film, 1967, I think, Steve McQueen movie called Sand Pebbles. And yeah, 1966 film called Sand Pebbles. And this is an engine that was in the film Sand Pebbles that they acquired. This was the engine that drove a ship. This is the model of the ship in the movie here that this engine was a part of. And I want to say it was 20th Century Fox. This was purchased, yeah, from Fox Studios. And oh, you can see they have all these Jeeps and stuff. I'll get a little further. Once I have all this in my brain, I will give you the better tour. This is that's a mine, actually, right there. It's one of those things that would blow up ships in the water if they ran into them. That is a mine. There's a lot of other really cool stuff here that that's a torpedo right there, which is pretty wild. So there's a lot of stuff. They're still putting these museums together. There's a lot of work that they want to accomplish. There's money that they're trying to raise. All of these ships, Queen Mary, USS Iowa, Lane Victory, they're all volunteer efforts. People that are, what was the thing I wanted to show you? Oh, this depth charge. Look at that. That's a depth charge right there. That's pretty amazing. That's what a depth charge, like you can tell because it says, in case you're wondering, that says depth charge on it. So they're all trying to raise money for these ship museums and restore vessels like this one back to their original condition. Everything on this ship is just original, feels original, looks original, is original, and you really do sense that when you're on board. So, okay, I'm gonna head back to the entrance of the ship, and I think that's going to conclude this little preview of the Lane Victory before I can, again, I don't know anything about this boat, a little bit, but not as much as I'd like to know. So I'll come back again and do a proper walk and talk for you. But in the meantime, I thought you would enjoy this. And if you get a chance, come out and visit the ship. It's $15 to get on board. Like I said, Saturday, I think it's Monday through Saturday, they're open from 10 to 4, so you can come by. Although right now it's past, there's people that are still here, and they're letting me stay on board. As long as people are here, they'll kind of let you stay on board and walk around and check out this ship. But this is a really interesting few hours for you. So, and the USS Iowa is $45, or no, wait, I'm sorry, $29, $30 to get on board. This one's $15. And you're easily going to spend several hours just kind of looking around and marveling at everything that's here, and just looking at the potential for what they're going to be able to do with this ship once they dry dock it, once they raise the money they need to put together the floating museum that they want to put together and really get it into tip-top shape. I think this is going to be fantastic once that's done. There's a lot of interesting stuff here for you to look at. So I hope you come and check it out. Again, this is the SS Lane Victory in San Pedro, California. And thanks for going on this mini tour with me. I'm going to do a better tour, a bigger tour next time. But until then, this is Scott Benton saying thanks so much for watching. Take care.